The market pulls back as expected and we cash in on it. This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so if you've been watching the channel, you know that over the last few days, we've been warning about a sell-off based on the MACD divergence as well as the count on Elliott Wave, and that's exactly what we saw yesterday. The market tried to break out again, but couldn't get over the high, and then the bears took control and sold off, breaking several key levels of support. Now, the question is, can the bulls hold support where they need to? I'll get into that in just one second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, using Elliott Wave as well as our other indicators we use in conjunction with that, we were able to nail this pullback very strongly. We made 46% on our money on a risk-free trade. So if you'd like to learn more about how we made that trade risk-free, you should check out our trading room later in the video. For now, let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1 hour futures chart for the S&P 500. And if you've been following the channel, you know that back here we were looking for support exactly where we got it. And we told you we should see a move up, okay, toward this 4,000 region. And we got a 5-wave diagonal move. And we also warned that when you get a diagonal higher, you get a strong sell-off out of that diagonal, as that's how they tend to resolve themselves. And that's exactly what we saw with this big sell-off today, breaking down below Friday's low and the CPI low, headed toward our blue support box. Now, when you get diagonal sell-offs, you don't always get the ideal structure that you're looking for. And up here where they made the high, after that, you had a lot of choppy action through here that is very overlapping and what we would call corrective, which means generally it's not the start of a new move lower, which is what we would expect to see out of a wave 2. So we get this choppy action and you get a miniature A, B, and now it does look like they could try to extend this move down into the blue box here for C for our support, where we would look for the bulls to hold on positive divergence and reverse. If they can do that, okay, we would expect a wave 1 of 3, a 2 of 3, a 3, 4, and 5 up toward the 4,200 area. And then a wave 4 pullback, and then wave 5 up towards 4,300 to complete that move up that we've been talking about since October 12th. Okay, back on October 12th, I did a video called a big pick update, where I told you that 3450 was going to be the low, and we went down to 3500, and then we should bounce up toward 4300 from there. And so far, our pattern is playing out exactly as we thought it would. So things are going really well off of the low. We're following the patterns well, and Elliott Wave is doing its job. Now, if we are unable to hold support, that changes things just a little bit, where instead of a wave 1 higher, okay, the move down here was a wave A, okay, and then you'd have a B up to where we're at now, and we'd be starting a C wave down toward the 3,600 region, where we'd look to bottom and bounce there. So that is our alternative if they can't hold this blue support box on the move down, okay, down to as low as 3815. If they can't hold that level, then we would be looking for a continued move down in a C wave down towards 3,600, and then we would look for a bounce from there. However, based on the daily MACD and how strong it is and how bullish it looks, I do expect this to hold support and go higher, as that is generally what happens when the MACD and hourly are lining up like they are. So, so far, so good on the C wave count that we've been talking about to 4,300, and now all of our indicators are lining up for that as well. So this is exactly what we'd hope to see. As far as the sell-off being strong, again, when diagonals end, they usually sell off very strongly back to their origination point, which in this case is about 3850 on the ES. So we could see a pretty strong sell-off down to about that level, to as low as around 3815. Over on the NASDAQ, okay, we're following a pretty similar set of counts where we have 5 up off of the low, okay, and we're getting the sell-off that we would expect a diagonal to do, very strong sell-off in a straight down kind of fashion. And we would expect this to resolve itself around the 11,000 to 11,100 area. We can see an A, B, C down still. They can give us a wave B higher, okay, to set up the negative divergence on the C wave down, or the positive divergence on the C wave down, which is what we'd look for on the hourly. So they can still give us a C wave lower, but they also can take this directly down. They don't have to bounce, especially since it's a diagonal going up. As I said, quite often we see very strong sell-offs followed by bounces by the bulls. So again, looking for this to be a completed wave 1 higher, and then a wave 2 pullback back to the 11,000 to 11,100 area. And if they cannot hold that support, okay, then we would look for a continuation in a C wave down toward the 10,000 area to make a new low on the NASDAQ as the move down. So similar counts on both. We're looking for them to hold support in their respective support areas and then bounce from there and head toward the August highs to challenge those to see if we can break through there. I don't think we will on the first attempt, but at that point we either see a very strong C wave down or the bulls try to rally and give us a 5-wave move up that would indicate we might be trying for new all-time highs. That's a long way off. There's a lot that has to be done before that, so that's not something I would worry about just yet. However, those are the two things we're looking for after we bounce. Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link, and it will take you right over to the website. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial because I want you to get in there and make sure you love it. Become part of our trading team before you ever spend a penny. Additionally, I teach you everything I go over in these videos in those rooms, and that's included in your membership. Over here, we have our Elliott Wave for Beginners course that you will get with your membership, and you can find out how I use my indicators and how I create my Elliott Wave counts, and you can follow along and ask questions as well. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered, a midday video where I tell you exactly where we're at in the count and what to expect for the rest of the day, as well as the training rooms you just saw. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade, which means our trades can last anywhere from a few days to a few months, so we don't trade quite as often as a day trading room does. However, if you are looking for day trading as well as individual stocks, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, day trading, and PT's reduced risk binary method that just crushes the market. He gets you in at a cheap price and gets you huge multiples on your money, and it's how he structures the trade that's so unique. It's something you kind of have to see to understand, and that's another reason we give you that 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account trading mini ES futures, averaging 3 to 4% gains per week, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we crushed all of last year, 21% on our swing trades, 6.5% gains on our day trades, while the market was negative 17%, 9% gain on our 401k while the market was negative 17%. We would love to have you in these rooms, guys, so we can make some money together. All right, key takeaways for today. We're looking for the bears to follow through down into our Wave 2 support box. And from there, we would look for the bulls to try to hold support and take this higher up toward that 4,300 region overall. Over on the NASDAQ, same type of deal. Looking for the bulls to hold support in the 11,000 to 11,100 range. From there, we would look for a bounce up toward the 13,000 to 14,000 area on the NASDAQ. Guys, that is the market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.